everyone. Thank you for tuning in, whether it's live or whether you see me later. I am Makeba Evans, and this is Moments with Me. I got on earlier to speak out loud about a few things that I wanted to talk about, and I had some technical difficulties. Right now I'm live on Facebook and I'm live on Periscope, which I've never done before, so I had things in my shot that I didn't particularly want to see. The light wasn't good, so definitely have to do a check next time before I go live. And then in the midst of me making that transition to come back on, the president went live, so of course I had to stop and listen to what he had to say. But today I want to talk about being part of the solution versus being part of the problem. As we are participating human beings on this planet Earth, we need to work at leaving a positive impression on the planet. We need to work on being positive as we leave our footprint on a daily basis. Yesterday I actually was riding in a car with one of my children, and for years and years and years, you know, pollution is just a terrible thing, and he took something and threw it out of the window, and I made him open the door and pick it up. We have to be responsible for those things that we do on a daily basis as we contribute to life. A lot of us, when we were younger, you know, we had high energy for things that we thought we could make a positive change and impact on. And as we matured as adults and participated in more things in life, unfortunately, we were defeated. And that knocked down our... I guess we really didn't want to be disappointed anymore. So in being people that need our energy to function and pay bills and make sure our children are okay, it became a lot easier for us to just go to work, come home, eat, watch TV, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, come home, eat, of course take care of your children if you have children, and it becomes a vicious cycle. And one day you wake up and you kind of feel like life has passed you by and you didn't really get much accomplished. And honestly, we didn't set many goals for ourselves to get much accomplished. We need to find a place in our hearts to remember what we did when we were children, to know that our voice matters. A lot of times in a lot of spaces in life, we feel like what we do didn't matter much, so why get up and try to do something again? A prime example, of course, is the election. When I was younger, I wanted to vote when it was time to vote, even though I didn't necessarily know how it worked. But I took the time to learn how it worked, how the Electoral College was part of checks and balances for those states that don't have proper representation. And you know, sometimes we feel like those 3 million votes that Hillary received, those should have been enforced with the Electoral College, and they weren't. And sometimes we feel like we should do away with that. And if that's something that you think you should champion behind and try to create the legislation to get up and do away with that part of the electoral process, then gather some people together, get some protests, peaceful protests in place, rally, get you some positive voices out there, and make that change or that movement that needs to be done to know that your voice matters. We need to get behind something that we feel good about, something that puts a lump in our throat, something that we're good at or great at or phenomenal at, something to make us feel good when we participate in this such thing. We need to organize, we need to bring people together, we need to be the change. You know, in life, when you come into a room, you want to light it up. You don't want to be a dark cloud. Be positive, share your love light, and do great things in the world. There are a lot of people out there who are less fortunate than you. You need to find what it is that you can do to help. Something as simple as, you know, we get a lot of homeless people that walk up to us and ask us for $1, $2, some random 72 cents, you know. And we're leery because, we feel like they're alcoholics or drug addicts or who knows what they're going to go do with the money. But if you really want to help them, see if they're hungry. If you have time, go grab them something to eat. Give them a bottle of water if you have it in a car. Do something to help them not feel like the invisible people that sometimes homeless people become to us. I mean, you never know what it was that made someone homeless. In this economy, we're all living paycheck to paycheck, and oftentimes than not, I mean, if you're fired or something negative happens in your life, there's a medical injury or something that you have to take care of, your priorities kind of juggling around bills, robbing Peter to pay Paul, you never know what will put you in that space. So try to help them from feeling invisible. If you want to help out and you just don't know what to do, take some time to look around. I mean, there's so many organizations. Ronald McDonald House, for one. I know a few children who unfortunately had medical issues where they did have to spend some time in the hospital, but the Ronald McDonald House is put in place and has been there for years for parents to stay. And the parents don't have to pay for anything. There's volunteer dollars, of course. There's people like you or I that can get out and help make sandwiches and snacks and go volunteer, help clean up, wash clothes, run errands, do whatever those families need help doing while they're helping to care for their child and be that support system that they need. A lot of people feel lonely when their children get a little older and, you're just going to work and coming home and the house is quiet. There's a lot of pets out there that need a home. If you're not sure whether or not you want to get a pet, you can be a foster parent for a pet. You can be a foster pet parent. That's a good way to think about it. And if things work out, you can adopt that animal or another animal. A lot of people are spending a lot of coins on these purse puppies, these designer dogs. But there are a lot of animals in the shelters that need homes. So if you get one, go ahead and get two. You have plenty of love to go around. There are programs that have been around for centuries, Big Brothers and Big Sisters. We have an organization called Girls Inc. And those, of course, are adults who mentor, who nurture, who inspire the young people. A lot of times they have parents that are extra busy, or if they're in foster homes and they don't really have that positive person in their life, then you could be that for them. I know my church just did some volunteer work, and they do it often. That's why I really enjoy them. They get out there and make their mark in the community. And we went to, I didn't go, but one of the crews, the groups of people went to a home for retired people or a retirement community. And if you're good at playing cards, talking trash while you play dominoes, or if you like to read or do puzzles, there's quite a few people there who don't have family members for whatever reason, or maybe they just don't come visit them. You can go take the time to go visit, share a little love, hear some of their stories. They like to talk and share some of that wisdom that they've experienced over life. And there's nothing wrong with having a listening ear. A lot of times the best part of being a friend or confidant is just the ability to listen. A lot of times people just want that. They don't necessarily want to hear what you have to say, although that is how you have a good conversation. The thing that we need to do is tailor something that makes us feel good for ourselves. You can't have somebody tell you what it is that you want to do. So go out there, Google it. Look and see what you're good at. I mean, you might be able to go to a hospital. They used to call it candy striping. Go to a hospital and spend some time with a young person, like I said, an elderly person, just somebody at the hospital that needs some love and care and some time spent with them. I just listened to the president, and if you didn't hear him, you should take the time to go out there and find his last live broadcast, his last live speech with the press corps. And he spoke about Sasha and Malia and knowing that he's put in their hearts and minds that they have the responsibility to fix whatever it is out there that we see that needs our help. He was talking to me too. He was talking to you too. It's our responsibility to fix those things. We have to stop walking around complaining. You know, a lot of times, it's been a few times that I've jumped into my car, put on some good music, and the next thing I knew, I was at work. And that just goes to show how much we kind of just run on autopilot. Let's take control of the things that we can control. You know, some things we can't control. You can't control the weather. The snowpocalypse that we thought we were going to have last Saturday or Saturday after, we didn't. I mean, I couldn't control the city of Atlanta being shut down. That's out of my control. What I am going to do, what I can control. I'm not able to make the March on Washington, the Women's March on Washington on Saturday, but in a few cities, they're having sister marches. So I'm going to take the time. I've adjusted my schedule so that I can take the time to go out, make my sign, put on some comfortable shoes. It's going to take place on Saturday. And there's quite a few organizations, and even just Google it or check in your city to see if you can actually help. They need people to help being marshals for keeping the peace, keeping people organized and directing them where they need to go in the next phase of the march. So if you do have time to help do that, you know, go ahead and Google it and find your place in the space to be a positive part of society. I mean, we have to believe in ourselves because what we say matters. You know, what we do matters. Let's stop walking around like people that are kind of stuck in tunnel vision and you only see what's in front of you. You're only affected by things when they affect you, but everything can affect you. We have to be empathetic towards people and see ourselves or our loved ones or the possibility of something that we want to control and not being in control of. So like I said about the homeless people or the children who just don't have that positive influence that they need, often they're not in control of that. And so you have to be the positive person in their life, a role model. Don't just step over people like they don't exist. Speak to people, say hello, see if you can help. If you see something going down, don't just grab your phone. If somebody needs help, don't just grab your phone and record. Grab your phone and dial 911. Grab your phone and call for help. Be the first one to bend down on your knees if you see somebody having some sort of medical condition that needs your attention. Help in that manner. Don't be the first one to record and hope that you can get the footage put somewhere that's going to make you a celebrity. I mean, or get your 5 minutes of fame. Make a difference in people's lives. Do something positive. Be that light. Wear your crown. We are kings and queens, princes and princesses. We need to act as such. Be proud of what you do. Make a change. And then pull your people around you to help them make a change. Thank you so much for tuning in for this Moments with me. You can email me at shareourlovelight.com. You can find me at facebook.com/shareourlovelight. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Makeba Evans, Makeba Evans. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful weekend. Hope to see you on the pavement on Saturday in Atlanta at the Women's March for Social Justice. Enjoy your day.